No, we can do better than that. Good afternoon. All right, my name is Sergeant Erik Burse. I work for the Texas Department of Public Safety. I'm the Media Communications Sergeant for the Southeast Texas region here in Montgomery County. My partner is...
My name is Jose Montemayor. I work in Montgomery County too, out of the Witness office.
We're excited to be here. Before we go any further and start talking about the department, I want to talk about you. Is that all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. All right. So, how many of you know what you want to do in life right now? Okay, now, I'm going to be asking you, so you got to talk. Go.
I want to be a police officer.
Police officer. Yes, ma'am. Crime scene investigator. Anybody else? Sir, you in the hat. Border Patrol. We got you. I knew, I just kept going until I found my first FBI agent. Okay, another one. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to be, anybody else? DEA. Okay. We got you. You got to be a trooper first. State trooper, then Texas Ranger. Name one of those that's not important. I'll help you. You can't. You want to know why? You know why? They're all important. You are the future of the United States of America. Make no doubt about it, okay? You are the future. We will not survive without you. So we're depending on you. Only you get to change your mind of who you want to be, what you want to do, how you want to do it. Today you may want to be a trooper and the Texas Ranger, a game warden, an FBI agent. Tomorrow that may change. Next year that may change. Promise me this, that you'll work hard to be what you want to be, all right? And only you get to change your mind if you don't want to do it anymore. Don't let someone else tell you you can't be who you want to be. That's not how we do it in life. You stay focused on what you want to do, and you get after it. That is my recommendation to you, okay? Promise me that. Stay focused on what you want to do what you need to do to get there, and don't let anybody else change your mind, because we're depending on you, all right? So thank you very much for that. So now we know where our FBI agents are. You notice I keep picking on them, right? Our FBI agents are. Before we get started and start talking about DPS as far as a position in a commission, how would I say it? A commission position. That means someone that has a badge and a gun. If you're not wanting to be a police officer, don't discard DPS as an opportunity for employment. We have other things to offer besides just being a police officer. Please keep that in mind. Does anybody know what some of those are? No? What did I ask y'all to do earlier? Bring up the website. None of you got on that website, have you? What? Somebody did? Oh. Someone, oh. Well, let me tell you, you can be a lawyer. You can work in the government department. There's a whole lot of things you could do. IT, computer programmers, whatever you want to do, we have that opening for you. So if you're not wanting to be a police officer, don't think that you can't work for DPS, because you can. All right? All right, good. So what does it take? Well, FBI, where's my FBI at? What's the starting salary for FBI? Have no idea. Going to get a job, you don't even know what they're going to pay you. What's the starting salary for an FBI agent? You raise your hand. You don't know? What? You didn't want to be in it. What is it? You think it's 56. Finally, I got an agent who knows. Around 40,000. So you're taking a guess.
No, I looked at it.
You looked it up? Okay, all right. That was quick. All right, around 40,000. All right. Is that enough? Is that enough? Is that enough?
Depends on how much you care.
There you go. That's it.
The salary's not important.
It depends on how much you care. What did I tell you earlier, all right? Don't let somebody change your mind, but I'm going to pick on them. I'm going to pick on them. I always do. I got a bunch of buddies over there. All right, so what does it take to become a state trooper? What are the basic requirements for a state trooper? Well, before you begin your employment, we need to make sure that you are in physical shape, right? So you're going to have to take a physical exam. Within that physical exam, we need to check your vision to make sure your vision's okay. Does it have to be perfect? No. 2200's good, all right? You've got to be at least 21 before you graduate from the academy. Why do you think that is? So you can carry a weapon. See, if you're a good cop, you'd have paid attention to my body movement, right? So you can carry a weapon, all right? Education-wise, we prefer that you have your degree before you get there, all right? We prefer you have your degree before you get there. Now, if you have prior law enforcement, you can substitute that for your college credit. If you have prior military, you can substitute that also for your college credits, right? If you have 60 hours or more, that qualifies you for the process. But if you have your degree and you come in, not only are we going to pay you a salary, we're going to pay you a stipend pay for your degree. Now, what could you do with that extra money just from the stipend pay? Yes, sir. Very good. Pay back student loans. Because you know when you walk across and say, when you shake your hand, congratulations, dun, 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 there's a guy or a woman in a suit waiting for you to step down off the other end. Hi, I'm with student loans, and we were just wondering, how are we going to get that back? Right? And it's like, man, I haven't even got out the building yet. You know, hey, we need our money. No, I'm kidding. But it's kind of quick. So good. You could take that and pay back your student loans. Who's paying for your college? Who? No. If you did that, who would be paying for your college if you came to work for us? DPS. I kind of like that. I kind of think that's pretty cool, don't you? I'm pretty sure your parents would think that'd be awesome too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right? So keep that in line. Keep that in mind. Some of you may want to get on that website now. So what are some of the disqualifiers? It's not a whole lot up there, is it? Read one. Illegal drug use. Okay, let's just start out with that, illegal drug use. Believe it or not, some people will apply, and we say, okay, when was the last time, how many times have you ever smoked marijuana? I don't know, about 3 times. When was the last time you smoked marijuana? Yesterday? Okay, all right? We may have a problem, all right? Bad character. Bad character. Character is one thing that you have to protect. And in today's society, social media is a good thing, and then it can be a bad thing. I could totally just, let me pick somebody. What's your name, bud?
Chase.
Chase, right? I've never met Chase before in my life, okay? But I can take a picture of Chase, and I can put Chase on my Facebook page, Twitter page, and all that other stuff that they got out there that I don't have, but if I had it, right? And I can say all these messed up things about Chase. Don't know him, anything. But I can say a whole lot of bad stuff about him. The people who are following me or whatever are going to what? They're going to read it. Have I just attacked his character? Can I paint a picture of Chase being a bad guy when he really isn't? Yeah, I can. How many of you have social media now? Raise your hand. Everybody in here. How many of you have social media would open it up to the world to see right now? Raise your hand. Not that many, but good, all right? Be careful what you do on social media, because what you do today can cost you big time tomorrow. You ever done something in life and you said, hey, you know what? I'm never going to do that again. Never, you can't take it back. It's done, right? Be careful, because you may be the FBI agent And then later, now you're a congresswoman. And then all of a sudden, somebody starts digging way, way back, looks into your social media, takes that one thing that you wish you could take away, and then boom, all of a sudden it's used against you, and it attacks your character. Be careful with that. Be careful what you put on there. Because later on, sometimes it can be used against you. It's not fair, but it happens. So keep that in mind. Trafficking criminal records. Who's got a ticket in here? Raise a hand. Speeding? Speeding, raise your hand. Within this year, raise your hand. By him, raise your hand. No, I'm kidding. Everybody in here. All right. Slow down. Be careful. That's just me telling you it's the safe thing to do, right? But how are we going to hire you when you got about 5 speeding tickets this year? You know, and you don't think about these things. Mom's going to pay for it. Dad's got it. Yeah, you're driving their insurance sky high, all right, and you're painting a picture for yourself in law enforcement. Somebody think, I don't know, we're going to teach you how to drive fast, but you only get to do that in what? Emergency situations, things like that? Yeah. Be careful, all right? Most police departments will not pay you while you're in the training academy. Why is that? Does anybody know? Yes, ma'am. You might not finish the training. She's right? We are going to pay you while you're in the training academy. And the first thing you do when you get there, we are going to try to what?
Get you out.
We're going to try to make you quit the first day you get there. We're going to invest all this time in you and your background investigation. We're going to make sure that you come with everything you need to get there. And then the day that you get there, you're going to think that we hate you. And you're like, why did I come here if you're going to treat me like that? Why are we doing this? Character. Excuse me? See if you can make it. What else? Yes. See who wants to quit. Yes. See what you do when it gets tough. All of you are right. The main reason, one of the main reasons I came to work for this agency was the motto: courtesy, service, protection. In that order. Everything is yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am, no, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye, ma'am. Right? How many of you have been stopped by a state trooper? How many times did you hear yes, ma'am, yes, sir? How many of you can say you've been stopped by more than once and the only thing different about them was the way that they looked, but the traffic stop was the same? Yeah. It starts out like, hello, Texas Highway Patrol. The reason why you stop and chase is for your speed. Is there an emergency? Do you have your license and your insurance? So I'm going to look at the license and insurance. I'm going to check the vehicle. I'm going to check him, and I'm going to come back. The action today will be a warning, not a citation. There's no fine, no penalty. Wait right here, and I'll be right back. I go back. I check his driver's license. I check his car, make sure everything's all right. I come back, and I say again, this is a warning, not a citation, no fine, no penalty, signed by the X, and you're free to go. He signs, I turn around, be safe, and I leave. You get stopped by him, you are going to hear the exact same thing. Same way. It's like clockwork. It's the way the department is. And those are one of the things that I loved about it, is being courteous, treating people the right way, and being there for them. Competitive salary. We're going to start you off at how much? How much? 56? Okay, we'll see. We're also going to pay you hazardous duty pay. And that's for every year that you successfully stay on to the department, you get another raise, right? We're going to furnish all the equipment. Most departments won't furnish the equipment. Why? Can't afford it. We're going to give you everything you need except the what? The boots. Okay? We're going to give you a take-home car. You take it and park it right in front of your house. What if you just told ADT? You don't need them, right? Who's going to break in your house with there's this big black and white police car parked right in front? All right, there you go. And around your neighborhood, houses will sell. Trust me. They just, oh, State Trooper, remember? Then you can sell it. Oh, you're State Trooper? Yeah, I'll buy it. All right? So you're doing good. Now, uniform allowance. We are going to furnish you money to take your uniform to the cleaners to get it cleaned. I can deal with today's dirt. It's yesterday's dirt that I can't deal with. Same as the department. There is no reason to do it. You just take your uniforms to the cleaners, drop them off, pick them up, put on a new uniform. There's no reason you should be wearing the same one every day for a week. Don't do it. Travel reimbursement, hospitalization insurance provided at no cost to you, the employer. If you have a spouse, then you will have to pay a certain amount for your spouse. State Employment Retirement System, 401k, excellent program, Social Security benefits, holiday and vacation leave. So, have I missed anything that you're curious about yet? Pay? All right, let's see what we're looking at. When you come into the academy, the first thing you're going to get when you start out and you show up to Austin, that day we're going to try to run you off, that first day, you're going to be starting out at $55,481. In 6 months, if you pass through the academy, you go up to $60,613. When you get to your duty station, you will do a 12-month FTO program. Once you complete that FTO program, if you successfully complete it, you are on your own and you are at $73,208. 4 years, every 4 years, you get a raise. That's just base salary worked off this 50-hour work week. In 4 years, you're at $89,264. Now, naturally, you can make more than that because hurricanes, certain situations that happen that cause us to be out even longer. Does that grab anybody's attention? It grabbed mine. Because when I started, it was nowhere near that. Nowhere near. Right? In 8 years, you're at $95,619. 12 years, you're at $99,000. In 8 years, you can be hitting 6 figures. Sometimes in 4. It happens. Is that good enough? How many of you want to change now? We got applications right back here for you. So what does it look like when you get to Austin? Now, our academy is in Austin, and it lasts for how long, Jose?
6 months. 26 weeks. Depends.
It depends. Is it hard?
Very hard.
What's the worst thing you hated about it?
There's a lot of not nice things. It's not good. You're going to try to make it quick. Physically demanding, mentally demanding. You have to stay. And you're away from home. You don't have a cell phone. Some of you, that's probably going to be the hardest thing. You're not going to have a cell phone.
Yeah, he's right. Well, when I came through, the cell phone was like not really that important back then. You know, it was about that big. But your day starts at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it ends at about 10 o'clock at night. Lights out. Yes, ma'am. That's a good question. So that's what the mail rooms look like. That's what the female rooms look like. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, they're separated at the rooms. Well, they're going to expect the exact same thing from you and anyone else that I have, physically, mentally. So yes, you're going to be separated from privacy issues, of course. Separate rooms, males and females. But out there, you're the same. They even make you cut your hair. So if you're a female, they're going to make you cut your hair.
Not all of it. Don't let him scare you. Not all of it. I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you. They will cut some of it. If you can't, like, yeah, we might have to work on your, can you put that in a bun? Okay, well, it's either that or snip, snip. We're going to have to do something like that. No. But what I want you to picture is 6 to a room, males on one floor, females on another floor, right? We're not going to make you sleep together, but your room is going to look just like their room. That's it. We expect that bed to be made just like that. You get one picture, one alarm clock, all right? And your shoes will be at the edge of the bed. This fold here will be no longer than $1. The blanket, and then the sheet, and then you see how that's tucked in tight? When I came home, when I was in the DPS Academy and I came home, I made the bed one day after coming home on the weekend. My wife got into bed that night and she was stuck into it. She was like, "What have you done to the bed?" And I was like, "I made it." You know, "You'll never make the bed again." I've never made the bed again. That actually turned out to be pretty cool. You get 5 minutes to eat, you get 5 minutes to shower. You get 3 meals a day, all right? 3 good meals. He says the food's not that good. Food wasn't that good when I got here. Food is better. To me, I would love to get what they were getting, but what you would get. But it was all good for you. That's why nobody likes it. It's not that it's bad. It's just the sweetest thing I had was orange juice. There's no Snickers, Dr. Pepper, Monster drink. All that's out, okay? You get 3 meals, and they're good meals, good healthy meals, but you have 5 minutes to eat. When I would come home on the weekends, I remember the first day I came home, I sit down at the table, I started eating, right? And my son and my wife were looking at me, and I was done, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I looked up, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I have 5 minutes to eat. I'm not used to it." My wife says, "You're at home now. You can relax." No, I can't. No, I can't. No, I can't. No, I can't. All right? It is very physically and mentally challenging every day. Now, I want you to take a look at this lady back here. Do you see what she has on the back of her head? She has a bun. All right? Now, why all these guys got their hair? There's another one. Why they got all their hair cut off? I don't know. All right? I don't know. But I know when I got there, they didn't make me cut my hair. I don't know what happened, but I didn't have to go through that line. What do you notice about this classroom? What do you notice about the recruits? They're all dressed the same.
They're all dressed the same.
Look deeper. Yes, sir.
Everything's uniform, not just what they're wearing, but they're all taking notes. They all got a laptop sitting in front of them. The only thing on the desk is a water bottle.
There is nothing there but work to be done. There is no talking. There is no anything. You have to make an 80 or above on your test. If you fail your test, you will stay over that weekend and retake that test. If you fail the test the second time, you are what? Out. So we like to break you up in platoons, right? We start building that bond very quickly. This will be platoon 1. This is platoon 2. Okay. What's your name? Landon? I got my best friend's name, Landon. Okay, I'm not going to do you. What's your name? Huh? Slater? Okay, I don't know any Slaters, so I'm going to do you. All right, you made a 99. You made a 97. You made a 78. You made a 93, an 88, an 89, and a 92. Slater, you failed your test. Platoon 1, you will not be going home this weekend, Friday. You will stay here because your teammate failed his test. How do you feel about that, Landon? You don't like it? What are you going to do to Slater when we're not looking? What are you going to do to him? Because I'm going to tell you something. You look forward to going home on Friday. You're not going. How are you going to feel about that? So what are we going to do to Slater? Because he's got to retake his test now. Think quickly. You're going to what? You're going to help him study? Are you going to leave him behind? It doesn't matter what you do. We do not leave another one behind. If I did not like Jose, all right, I just don't like him. But I'm not going to leave him out there alone. I'll be the first one. I'll tear that vehicle up trying to get to him. But he's not coming to my Super Bowl party. You know, we're not going to be a high-fiving after it's over with. That's done. All right, yeah, man, you good? Yeah, all right, bye. Yeah. It is what it is. But I'll never leave him alone. We leave nobody behind. If one suffers, we all suffer. 1,400 hours of class time. Who likes to write? Raise your hand. Who likes to read? Raise your hand. Well, see, you notice I said write. What do they got now? Laptops. Y'all are so lucky. Who likes to type? Raise your hand. Who likes to read? Raise your hand. Who likes math? Raise your hand. Veronica said no. Well, if you said yes to all three of those, you're going to do good, all right? Because there is a lot of it. There is a lot of physical PT. We tell you before you come, after you got accepted, make sure that you're working out and you are ready when you get to the academy. You're going to need it. What happens? You get that letter and you're like, oh man, that's it. You call your buddies. You're like, what's up? Yeah, I got it. You know, I'm good to go, man. I'm leaving June. I'm out. All right? Laying up on the couch. I ain't done nothing. Mom, Dad, got a job. Know y'all proud of me? And then you get here. And then all of a sudden reality sets in. Boom. What did we ask you to do before you got there? Get in shape. Be ready to go. CrossFit. We do a lot of CrossFit training. Our women look like women. They do not look like Olga from Sweden, the power lifter, right? I mean, Vasquez looks like Vasquez, right? How many of you have been into a fight? You never forget it, do you? There's a disagreement between you and another person, and that's it, right? Bad things happen, you get into a fight. You're defending yourself. Hopefully you're not bullying anybody, right? Okay, so what happens when you have to fight for your life? It's a whole new different fight. We'll teach you that. When I started, it was just like this. 3 rounds, 5 minutes, last man standing. They would take the biggest guy and put it on the smallest girl. Why would we do that? Yes. That's right, because when you get out of that car, that person's not always the same size as you, right? So you got to be able to do what you need to do. This is what we do today. I like teasing the younger guys. This, I guess you could, what do we call that? Yeah, that stuff, right? This old-fashioned, rock 'em, sock 'em, beat 'em up each other. This is the new DPS. We'll teach you how to defend yourself. We'll teach you how to defend others. We'll teach you how to shoot a gun. Anybody in here ever shot a gun with their parents or anything? Awesome. Who's never shot a gun? Don't worry about it. We'll teach you how to shoot like John Wayne. If you ask me who John Wayne is, I will know how old I really am. Somebody said, who's John Wayne? I was like, you kidding me? You know who John Wayne is? Did you drive? Do you drive? What kind of car do you drive? What color is it? Where is it? We'll teach you how to shoot, all right? We'll teach you how to shoot standing up. We'll teach you how to shoot running, moving. And then one day, before you know it, after all those over 1,400 hours of training, graduation day comes. And you raise your hand and you swear to protect the citizens of the state of Texas. And it is a cool feeling. It is a very, very cool feeling. Because if you make it through those 6 months, 6.5 months, believe me, you have done something. You have accomplished something. Now the real work starts. Now you have to take all that training out there to the field. Who wants to see my gun? You do? There it is. I always get somebody. Actually, that is the gun. That's the weapon that we use now. We just went over to that a couple of years ago. We went from a .357 to a 9mm. These are some of the weapons that some of you will get, not everybody, unless you're like high tactical speed Joe guy like this dude. This is a taser, right? Everyone knows what that is. When I started, we didn't have these. We didn't want them. And then one day something happened to me and I had to use it. And it was the coolest thing because I didn't break a sweat. My uniform was still okay, and everything was all right, and I didn't have a bruise on me, and I thought, this thing is cool, all right? Some of the riot gear that you will have in your car, some of the protective gear that you will have in your car. We are set up in divisions. We have the Highway Patrol Division, which is the bread and butter of the Texas Department of Public Safety. That is the bread and butter. That is the patrol department. You work in the patrol department. Explain to them what we do.
Traffic enforcement, this is local agencies, criminal interdiction, protection of children, behavioral crimes, pretty much everything.
Is it fun?
It's awesome.
What are the hours like?
They suck. Yeah, you're not going to have nice hours. You're going to work days, you're going to work nights. We don't have a set schedule. But like she said, if you like what you're doing, it really doesn't matter. You know, you enjoy it.
What's with all the money? We confiscate more money, take more contraband, more human trafficking, more anything than any other state agency in the U.S. Hands down, we're just that good. I'm going to pat ourselves on the back. I'm just going to say it. Come work for us. We're that good. I'm not taking away anything from other agencies because we all work hard, and we're all going to say this, you know, that wonderful thing about the one that we work for. But in my eyes, that's how I see it. That's just really a traffic stop that turned into a large cash seizure of individuals that were dealing with an illegal crime, and that money became illegal. So what you do is you confiscate that. You don't take it home. It's not ours, anything like that, and we turn it in. We'll turn it into the district attorney's office. If it's a federal state case, it gets broken up that kind of way. Driver's license. How many of you have been to the driver's license department? Right? It's a great experience, isn't it? Yes, it is. We now have mega centers that are able to take care of that. We have kiosks. You have the ability to go and get on the phone and get in line before you come. When are some of the highest rush times or activity time we have at the DPS office? No. When do you think the highest time is?
First thing in the morning.
Think. Who said summer? Why? Because kids are out of school and parents are going to bring their kids because they didn't want to take them out of school, and now guess what? You're trying to get your license, you can't get yours neither, and it's just mass confusion, all right? Know what the times are. It's a lot easier if you're smart about it, okay? Commercial motor vehicle enforcement. We also are responsible for vehicle enforcement on all commercial vehicles on the Texas roadway. These things that bring your Amazon to you, right? All this other stuff that you ordered off of there. If we don't regulate these companies, it will get out of control, and it's dangerous to the motor republic. I did have a SWAT tactical couple of people in here. Who were they again? I know I had one over here said something. Where was it? There he is. One, and then there's another. This is our SWAT and our SRT members. As being a state agency, we have a lot of things to offer that some agencies may not have. Say a small police department in a small town, small city may not have. They can call us and we'll be more than happy to come out there and assist them with the situation to keep people safe. So we have these resources, and since we are the state police, it's not just for us. It's for everyone who needs it. And we don't mind coming out helping anybody. And that's one cool thing I like about it also. All right, here's another view of what some of our gear looks like. Criminal Investigation Division. I just turned in my packet for criminal special agent in Houston. I want all y'all to keep your fingers crossed and hope I make it. Yeah, right. Where's it? That's right. And she's like, what, me? Criminal Investigation Division does a lot of things. We look at fraud. We have narcotics, all right? Human trafficking. Where's the largest human trafficking destination in the U.S.? Houston, right? You would never know that. But you guys are CJ majors and you're smart. You do know that. Houston, all right? I want to get in on some of that. I think it's wrong. I think it's a terrible, terrible, terrible crime, and it needs to be addressed. It needs to be dealt with. And I know I'm not going to save the world and be the one person that does it, but I do want to be a part of trying to make it better. Our criminal investigators are undercover agents. We call them special agents. I can't show you his face because he's undercover. Secretive, right? But he knows what you're driving. Crime Lab. Has anybody ever visited our crime lab in Houston on a tour? I urge you to do so. Look on our website. Our website up under the Crime Lab tells you the times that it is open to the public, and we open the doors for you to come see. It is a site. You really need to come check that out. I did have some criminal analysts in here. Who are they? One. Only one? We got an application for you. You're straight in. No competition. I want you to get a good look. That's the one in Houston. That's the one you'll be working at. Is that where you want to work at in Houston? There you go. All right. Here's your mobile crime lab unit. You bring that out when we need it at night. Okay? All right. Texas Rangers. Where are my Texas Rangers at in here? Okay, you a baseball fan or you really a Texas Ranger fan? All right, there we go. One. Where's my other one? Oh, now I got something. Oh, we ain't cut that hair off, man, right there. 2, 3. All right. Become a Texas Ranger first. Got to have 8 years with the department. Got to do at least 8 with us or another agency. We would like for you to have some criminal investigation background before you get into it. It is a very elite group of men and women, and they do a great job. It is a lot of work. I just found the spot for you. Don't be an FBI agent. Come to DPS and be a Ranger. Can you imagine her with the big hat on? I see it right now. I see it. It's in your future. All right? We also have Ranger Recon. Are we a border state? Who do we border to? Mexico. All right, so we are a border state. What we do with Ranger Recon, we take these ladies and men and women, we put them in a helicopter and we drop them off between Texas and Mexico. Say bye. We'll see you in 16 hours. They get on ATVs and they patrol around the border sectors. It's a great job. It's hard. It's fun. It's hot sometimes. Sometimes it's cold. Mosquitoes are out there. You never know what you're going to get into. We do it by air and the ground. We have a safety education department where we come and we speak to the community. We speak to kids in high school, junior high, college. We speak to companies. And we do stuff like this. And who is that? Hey, yeah, that's me, all right? My main job is media and communications, so whenever there's a situation that's related to DPS, and the media has an inquiry, then we will do the talking, right? We also will set up shop anywhere we can if people will listen. One of our main jobs, one of the things I like about the department is we were actually mandated by the legislature years ago to go out and educate the public, to make you aware of criminal laws, traffic laws, and things that are going on, and how to be safe, and what we're doing to keep you safe. That's old policing. That's old community policing. And it should never change. That should never go away. I'm a firm believer in you can't have a police department without having a community. You can't have a community and not have a police department. They've got to go together to work. They've got to. There's only one way for it to happen. We're also part of an emergency management plan. What are we doing in emergency management right now? Dealing with what? Tropical storm, again, okay? Luckily, it's not that bad, but some people aren't fortunate. There's water in their house right now. There's people trapped out somewhere that needs help. You'd be surprised. We don't have the luxury of saying we're not going to be able to come help you because you live too far out in the middle of nowhere. We work out in the middle of nowhere. We don't have the luxury of telling you we're not going to be able to come save you because there's too much water out there. We can't do that. We've got to figure out a way how to get to you and make sure that you're safe. And that's what we talk about, working together with our law enforcement partners. We all work together. It's not about, well, I work for DPS and you work for that police department. Don't ever be that person. Don't ever do that. Don't ever represent your police department that way. Everyone that doesn't have, that wears a uniform, that doesn't have the same uniform that you do, make sure that you say hi. Make sure that you wave. Make sure that you spend time and talk to them. Don't fall into that, hey, we don't talk to those people. Don't do that. We're all in it for the same reason, and that's to protect people. Plain and simple. Don't do that. How many of you want to be pilots in here? Any pilots? We've got one. Look at him. Get your hand up. Well, we got about 11 of these. I think we got 2 of those. These are our big new ones. These got air conditioning. That one right there don't have no air conditioning. I know. And that air that's blowing out of there is hot. That one's got like, that's like the Airbus right there, baby. You can get up in that one and there's just, yeah. And this is one of our new airplanes that we've had it for a while. It flies high and it flies fast and it takes pictures. Why do we need this? Yes? Surveillance and recon. That is correct. Why else do we need it? You got it right. I'm just throwing out another one. Think.
Get somewhere.
Exactly. We need to get the big man somewhere. We need to get the big boss to where he needs to be anytime he needs to get there. All right? So we don't just do stuff on our own. We talked about working with our law enforcement partners, our federal partners, our state partners. All right? We work with the military. Now, we can't fly that, but we can get them to fly it for us. I don't know what they do with that thing. I have no idea. All right? So this map indicates all of our aircraft and where they are strategically placed. Why are they all over the state of Texas? It's a big state. I agree. What else?
I mean, you want to spread out, that way they can get to whatever location they need to be surveilling, or go to the location that whoever needs to get on it, get out of the area, or move to a new area.
Correct. It is our jurisdiction. This entire thing is ours. So I can stop you here. I can stop you here. I don't too much hang out up here. It's too cold. You might catch me somewhere down up in here. Right back up in there. But anyway, I can stop you anywhere, right? Because my jurisdiction, our jurisdiction is the state of Texas. So we have to be able to respond anywhere there is a situation within the entire state. Any dive members, anybody like to dive in here? Dive team? There we go, right there. Are you on the dive team, Sarge? Okay, I'm not going to steal his thunder, but I'm going to tell y'all this, okay? You get up there, so we need you to go find that dead body, right? Now, I tip my hat off to him because I'm not going to do it. So you get down there in the water, and you can't even see your hand, right there. See him down there. Where's the guy that raised his hand? Diver. Here, okay, look, there we got you hooked up, man, look. We put you down there, all right? I think we may have some newer equipment. We got some newer stuff? Yeah, we got some newer stuff. And put you down, and you can be walking and looking for it, and then all of a sudden, it's like just right there, poof, in your face. And got eyeballs and stuff. You can pull it out. No, our dive team is pretty good. If you're into that, we got something for you. So, who knows what a pirate is? Right? I'm not talking Pirates of the Caribbean. All right? Do we still have pirates today? We do. We do. All right? A while back, a couple was seriously injured, and life was lost. And the director, Colonel, says, I'm going to put a boat out on the water. We don't have a boat, sir. Well, you can go find one. We don't have one. Go buy one. Long story short, we went out looking for a boat, and we found that one. The next thing was to find somebody who could operate it, right? And we had people, don't get me wrong, but I can't. I can surely get on one and ride, though. So they got the boat, put some stickers on it. It looks good. Next step, put some guns on it. And we went to work. And we still have pirates, but they don't come out like they used to. It was so successful that we bought some more, and now we've got them fully operating in the Texas Gulf, and it's in our coastal waters, and it's pretty good. All right? I'd like to put some of those on my patrol unit. They won't let me. But you get to wear that cool gear. How many of you been to the Capitol? Pretty cool, isn't it? All right? Well, we have what we call the Capitol Police. And their uniforms look just like ours. But their primary mission is the Capitol. If you'd have told me when I first started that troopers would be on bicycles, I'd have told you you're crazy. You ain't get a troop on a bicycle. Not only did we get a troop on, we got the biggest troop on. We had to get a special-made bike for this dude. He's a beast. Now, we do ride horses. There is times where we come out to a situation and someone may be in the vicinity and, hey, look, can we use your horse? And sure, well, I'm with that. But troops on a horse every day? Nah. Troops on a motorcycle? We used to a long time ago, but we're ahead of that now. Troops on motorcycles, troops on horses. Who protects the President of the United States? Who protects the governor of Texas? Who? Who? Rangers? Wrong. Who? DPS. All right? Governor detail. Once you become Trooper 2, you can go out and for governor detail. The governors of the state of Texas have this weird thing about running for what? President. Well, guess what? While they're touring all over Texas and the world, guess who's going with them? You are. So you get to do that same tour. Some of these people were making the same amount of money, and their salary is almost in overtime because it's so demanding. If I was young and knew what I know now, I'd have did that. So when I retire, I could go work for some big oil company, all right, and protect some executive. And he said, well, what makes you think you could protect me? Well, I protect the governor of the state of Texas. I'm pretty sure I can protect you. Job. 6 figures. I'm good to go, right? It's a great detail to work. It's demanding. I wouldn't recommend it if you were married because you're really not going to be home that much. But it's a good thing. That kid right there with the hand up, right there, trying to look all serious, happens to be my son. Very proud of him. Graduated right here from Sam Houston State University. He wanted to be an FBI agent. I swear. He came here during career day and graduation. Everybody, all the seniors were in. He had his little suit on and everything, And he went to the FBI table, and they said, hey, how you doing? And he's, my resume and all this stuff, right? And they were like, I'm sorry, we're not hiring right now. We're only hiring veterans. And I get that. Don't get me wrong. I get that. I think that was a cool thing to do. So his plan B was the DEA. So he goes over to DEA. They said, I'm sorry, but we're just not hiring right now. We're only hiring veterans. He said, that's all right. I got it. Gives the U.S. Marshals. That was plan C, right? He got the same what? He got the same thing. Why did that happen to them all three? What were they? They were all what? They were all federal agents. So A, B, and C went whoo, right out the door. My son is, right now you can't tell, but he's a pretty big old boy, right? He was almost in tears. He came by this is a true story. He came by the DPS table, and he's almost in tears, and he tells me what happened. And I said, wow, man, I'm sorry to hear that. He goes, what am I going to do? I need a job. I'm fixing to get out there in the world. I was like, yeah, you do. You need a job. You're going to get out there. And so then I looked over, and I said, well, we're hiring. He says, Dad, I'm serious. I said, so am I. He's like, so we all kind of got offended. We were like, oh, you can't come work for us? Later on, he applied. And there he is in his standing by his little ride. That ain't his, all right? Don't let him fool you. That ain't his, all right? And he's Trooper 2 now, and I asked him, hey, you still want to go to FBI? He's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, you sure? I'm good. All right. Questions before we get in. It has been a pleasure, all right? Remember some of the things that I told you. Be careful. Make the right decisions. Protect your character. Only you get to change your mind about who you want to be. And don't forget, you are the future, so we are depending on you. Okay? Questions? Because they're all going to Jose. To be quite honest, I'll answer that. Yeah. We're going to talk about that when we get out. It was nothing I can do about it, you know. That's a goat roper look. I ain't got nothing against goat ropers, but it's how it's supposed to look. No, he's all right. Sir. Which one? Quickly.
Can you tell me about internship opportunities?
Yes, that was through the school.
Yes.
We've had, at least I have 3 interns in the past couple of years. It's a great opportunity. As far as I know. But
Let me tell you how that works. We are doing an academic internship, not the paid internship at the moment. It is on the website. When you go onto the website and you look down, you go up under DPS recruiting, go down to internship, and it will show you exactly what to do. You will initiate that through your school and go from there. Good question. I wish we were doing the paid internship, and like we were, but we're only having one class per year right now instead of running 2, 3. Like if you were to apply now, if you wanted to apply for the 2021 class, we would be accepting applications February 2020. But if you are prepared and have your paperwork ready, and I'll show you where to get that, and you have it filled out, you can contact your recruiter, Valerie Glasgow, the Houston area, all right, and she will get you taken care of. Good question.
In regards to SWAT and SRT, is that a full-time team or a part-time team?
SWAT team's going to be full-time. We have one in Austin. Now we have one in the Valley, right?
Mm-hmm.
And SRTs, we still have guys that are reading. Each region has a SRT team. Those are part-time positions. So you can still be a trooper on the road, and if you get call-outs or any special needs, that's when you respond to the department.
You're part of a special operations group, just like I'm on the crisis negotiation team. So basically, you get called out, I'm probably going to get called out at the same time. It's a part-time gig, but you have to get your training in, and SRT is not easy to get into. Good question. Next.
Are those internships all over the state, or are they just here in this area?
No, they're all over,
Okay.
but we got one for you here.
How long do you need to work in patrol before you move to a special unit like K9 or anything like that?
It all depends where you want to go. For example, for the criminal investigation division, you have to be a 4-year trooper. For a K9 position, it really depends, but sometimes it goes for 2 years or 3 years. It really depends on the needs of the department. To be a sergeant, you have to be at least 4-year trooper. Be a Texas Ranger, 8 years in the department. So it really depends what unit you want to go to or what division. I think you have a question. I was just going to ask what else. Same thing. Like I said, it really depends the needs of the department. But it changes. I've seen it.
Yes.
I've seen it change the requirements on time, at least on time. But of course, you're gonna have your paperwork requirements, but at least on time it changes. Depends on the needs. Yes.
I kind of read through it about study groups. Yes. What are the chances that it looks like you want to be like station?
Lem-
It really depends on the academy. Okay.
All right, the question was, I got a mic, and he can answer. The question was, what are your chances of getting the area that's your choice the first time when you get out of academy? You actually get 6 choices, all right? And what we're trying to do is place you where you want to be, so we don't have to come back. Because if we put you where you don't want to be, now we've got an employee that's located where they don't want to be. They're not going to be happy, all right? And we're not going to get the full potential out of them that we probably can. So we're going to strive to get you to your first, second, or third location. That way, when you get to work, you're happy. We figure we've beat you up pretty bad for 6 months, that the least we can do is get you where you need to be.
With that being said, they're gonna try, but be open-minded.
Yes.
From Houston, and I was in Midland. I loved it. It was awesome. For different situations, I
Oh.
went back, but it was amazing. I didn't want to come back. So they're really going to try to put you where you want, like Sergeant says, for you to be happy and get the full potential, but be open-minded. There's a lot of good places out there.
Because the department is going to feel their need first. And I'm glad you brought that up. He went to Midland, and he's from Houston. My son went to Fort Stockton, and he's from this area. And that didn't go well with my wife. I was in trouble. Why didn't you do something about that? Why didn't you get our son closer? It's like, I ain't got no control over that. But he did a year and loved it where he was at. He actually got a chance to learn and see a different part of Texas, tumbleweeds and mountains and desert and all that other kind of stuff, and then came back to go to work here, and you can see it's a night and day thing. So yeah, good question.
What was the most fearful moment you've had, like, in your career so far, like any close calls or something, you know?
There's a lot of, you have to understand, we work different from certain police departments, because a lot of them work as proactive. When you make a phone call to 911, there's already something going on, okay? So the officer, the local enforcement receive that information, so a lot of times they already know what they're going to. It's still a very dangerous situation, depending on what it is, but they already have an idea what they're going to, okay? I stop a car on the side of the road, in the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere, out there in Fort Stockton. I don't know what I'm approaching. I don't know what's in that car. I don't know what's waiting for me. Okay? So there's a lot of, there's always that level of certainty. Like I said, local enforcement still has a very dangerous job. But for the most part, a lot of times they already know what they're walking into. Okay? And the highway patrol, we're a one-man unit. Most of the time it's only going to be you. Here in big areas like Houston, we're lucky that we have a lot of local enforcement. We have a lot of local troopers, so if you need assistance, more than likely someone's going to be out there quick. In the middle of nowhere, you're close. When I was in Midland, I was actually not stationed in Midland, it was in Andrews. It's a county just north of Midland. Sometimes my closest backup was 30 miles, 45 minutes away, so got to be ready.
Is that it?
I was taking some notes, and I just want to add something real quick. Y'all have any more questions?